important satellite for our company. Unlike our previous satellites, Thor-5 and Thor-6, that were replacement, in orbit for older satellites, this is really a brand new satellite for expansion. So in other words, it's going to give us opportunities to grow our business both in the broadcasting area as well as in the data communication area.
The satellite's Ka-band payload has up to 25 simultaneously active spot beams, offering up to 9 gigabits per second throughput for cost-effective solutions and high-power coverage over the North Sea, the Norwegian Sea, the Red Sea, the Baltic Sea, and the Mediterranean. This translates to reliable download speeds in the tens of megabits per second, even to small antennas, and uplink speeds up to 6 megabits per second.
That's actually pretty
good.
The
satellite's Ku-band payload has 11 transponders and provides expanded broadcast service to meet the demand for high-definition television in Central and Eastern Europe. At SSL, in Palo Alto, California, a very skilled and experienced team of engineers and technicians worked diligently to make Thor-7 an exceptional satellite. This spacecraft is based on the highly reliable SSL 1300 platform and implements innovative and sophisticated technologies to complement Telenor's full fleet of satellites.
SSL and Telenor share a tremendous focus for quality and reliability, and certainly, as we have proven, integrity in our business relationship.
SSL would like to thank its customer Telenor for putting its confidence in SSL's technology and leadership in designing and building commercial satellites. For SSL, it was a privilege to furnish Thor-7 to Telenor, a company that prides itself on providing the power of digital communications to improve lives and secure a better future for all.
And during that film we picked up the signal at the tracking station in a little tiny island in the middle of the Atlantic called Ascension Island. It's volcanic. It's about 88 kilometers square, and I may be wrong, but I think it's got roughly about 1,000 people on the island. According to Wikipedia, the territory includes the remotest populated archipelago on Earth, the Tristan da Cunha archipelago. And Ascension Island played a very important role during the Apollo era, and right now the teams there are picking up the data from Ariane and sending it to the telemetry team here at the Guyana Space Center. ...144 kilometers above the Earth, we are coming up to 4,500 kilometers from the pad along the ground. And look at that speed. We're really, really starting to pick up speed now, whereas all our power before was getting us away from the Earth. We're just starting to climb in altitude. We need to pick up speed to do that, and you can see there the trajectory on the right-hand side. You can see that initial ascent was very steep, and then we plateaued out a bit, and that was so that we could pick up speed, so that now at this point in the flight we can really start to climb. We're looking here at the images. You can see if you look at the right-hand side, you can see the flame of the engine of the upper stage. The sort of grey and white disc is the upper stage of the vehicle. Then if you travel along to the left, you can see a black structure. That's what we call the cylinder. It's protecting the Sicral-2 satellite, which is underneath it, and at the front you can see, or you could see there, Thor-7. This is the second time that we've launched for the Norwegian operator Telenor. And here the Sicral teams. Sicral is a wholly European project. It's a European military satellite built and operated by European industry, delivered to space by Europe's launch service provider Ariane-Space, of course, and Thales Alenia Space built it at their satellite facilities in Rome and Turin and tested it in Cannes. It's actually the 141st time that Ariane-Space has launched one of their satellites, and they've got 10 more in the order book. And the people in charge of the ground segment are Telespazio. Sicral-2 is for the Italian Ministry of Defence and the French Military Procurement Agency, and this is the 30th satellite that Ariane-Space has launched for them. And I think it's very fair to say that space is becoming increasingly important for supporting military activities. Until a few years ago, space was limited to strategic intelligence. Now it plays a hugely important role in ground operations.
Il progetto del Sicral-2, il progetto di questo satellite, è stato voluto dal Ministero della Difesa italiano e dal Ministero della Difesa francese già nel 2007. È un progetto molto importante, un satellite che ha grandissima flessibilità, pensato, progettato in Italia e frutto della collaborazione fra i nostri due paesi. Guardare lo spazio è fondamentale per le forze armate, ma non solo. E aver prodotto un satellite di questa qualità e con queste caratteristiche va sicuramente ad onore sia dell'Italia che della Francia. E in questo modo noi costruiamo anche un pezzo della difesa europea. Intanto Italia e Francia sono le uniche che sono riuscite a realizzare un progetto così importante in un campo così fondamentale per il futuro come lo spazio. Noi ci auguriamo che possa aprirsi ad altri paesi europei, perché sappiamo che la vera costruzione della difesa europea si costruisce attraverso la capacità di portare avanti progetti comuni come questo. Quindi i migliori auguri a Sicral-2.
Buonasera. Sicral è una storia di successo, un successo che ha consentito al Ministero della Difesa italiano di acquisire una capacità operativa primaria, direi unica al mondo. È un successo per l'industria nazionale che ha consentito di sviluppare tecnologie, prodotti, soluzioni e competenze a disposizione di questo piano. Siamo particolarmente orgogliosi di aver contribuito sin dalle origini e oggi da contribuire nella messa in orbita del satellite, nell'inserimento nell'orbita finale, nei test che saranno fatti per validare il funzionamento in orbita e infine contribuiremo al mantenimento in condizioni operative dopo aver sviluppato il ground segment anche attraverso il nostro centro del Fucino. Ringraziamo tutti, ringraziamo il Ministero della Difesa italiano e francese e ringraziamo tutti i nostri partner e colleghi dell'industria perché è stato uno sforzo grande che ha portato sicuramente a dei risultati misurabili. Ora dobbiamo guardare avanti. Dopo il pathos di questa sera dobbiamo pensare al successo futuro della famiglia Sicral.
Nell'ambito del programma Sicral-2 Telespazio è responsabile dello sviluppo, realizzazione, integrazione e verifica del Satellite Control Center primario a Vigna di Valle e secondario presso la sede del Fucino. Inoltre è anche responsabile della realizzazione del sistema di interconnessione tra i centri di controllo missione italiani e francesi. In aggiunta a ciò, Telespazio gestisce il servizio di lancio, le fasi di LEOP e di IoT, le prime fasi di acquisizione del satellite in volo. Come già fatto per la precedente missione SICA-1B, Telespazio ha cofinanziato la missione Sicral-2, rendendosi pertanto azienda leader nella resa di servizi di telecomunicazioni per le forze armate alleate.
Sicral-2 is an end-to-end system composed by the space segment, that is the satellite, and the ground segment, which is devoted to the control of the satellite and the management of the communication. In this context, Thales Alenia Space has been responsible of the overall architecture, of the development of the satellite, and of the development of the ground segment devoted to the communication control. From industrial point of view, Thales Alenia Space has offered to the Italian and French defense customer a product which is the best combination of the technology available in Italy and France, offering this way a product which is at the state of art. Sicral-2 has been conceived from a system point of view as an integrated design for the ground segment and for the space segment. But it allows, in the meantime, a separate management of the communication for the French mission and for the Italian mission.
I am very happy to share with you this unique moment in the life of the Sicral-2 program. Sicral-2, as well as Athena Fidus, launched in February 2014, are symbols. They are concrete examples of cooperation in the field of governmental space telecommunications, called for by the European Council in December 2013. The French and